Hi everyone, it's Kristi. I start every sentence with my husband says, and I don't know why I do that. Anyway, I want to try to make some of these tags. Not sure what I'm going to put in the top yet. I'm still waiting on my ribbon that I dyed. It might be too bright. I may end up going with a neutral for this. But this is some packaging that I had. Like this. Oh, I have one right there. Self-adhesive pearls. They had these pearls. Got these from Walmart. And this packaging is just too cool to not do something with. So I have trimmed it down and put some stuff on it and decoupaged a little bit and sewed a little bit, and this is what I come up with, and I think I like it. I like it a lot. So we're going to make one of those. So first off, don't need that piece. I need to trim down this piece. And the main reason I'm trimming it down is just so it'll fit in the pockets that I have for the book that we are working on. So let's just trim those. In fact, I'm not going to worry about it being perfect. I'm just going to cut straight across here. There we go. And what I've done is glued, and I'm using the clear gel tacky glue, and I'm just gluing some book page onto the front of this piece. That is not what I did, is it? I think I did it the other way so I could have the blank space for writing. Well, that's okay. We'll go ahead and take care of it the other way then. This side is where I put the masking. And the masking paper is just comes on a 6 or 12-inch roll. You get it at Home Depot. Really, really inexpensive. $2-3 a roll, depending on the size, and lots and lots in there. It's almost like bakery paper without the wax. Don't know how else to describe it, but anyway, I'm going to put that on there and then brayer that down. And it doesn't completely cover the packaging label, but that's okay because we're going to gesso it also. So just going to put that on that side there. Now, and then I will have to dry this, of course. On this side, I'm going to put the book page. So I will have to stop to dry some things, but I have my dryer over there waiting for me. I got this idea from Rachel Tomlinson about a few months ago. She did one called DIY Tags Made from Packaging, and that's where I got the idea from. It was really nifty. So I've done it a little different. She kind of made a texture on hers with tissue paper, and I'm just using the book page because, you know, I have a lot of book pages. Yeah, so I'm going to let this dry and then we'll be back to gesso. Okay, so I think that's pretty much dry. So I just want to peel off this book page, and yeah, it should just give me a little texture there. I got this idea from Shell Radcliffe. Hi, Shell. I don't remember what it was that she did it on. Probably a piece of ephemera, like an altered paper clip or something. Alright, then I'm going to trim off this back piece. I tried tearing it last time and that didn't work out so well. So I'm going to go ahead and trim as close as I can, and then anything else that's not where you can see I can't get quite close enough on that curve, then I'll either use my micro tip scissors or I've got a nail file on my desk somewhere. I saw it. A little emery board. So I think I don't have some glue around the edge here. I might need to add a little bit more to that, but yeah, just tack that down a little bit. Or else. Well, that came out a little bit more than I thought. Okay, I think that's good for now. All right, so now what we want to do is gesso, and I hope my paintbrush is not too dried out. I don't need a lot of gesso. I just want to add a little bit more distress to this. And I have the Liquitex Basics acrylic gesso in white. Basically just to push back those words so they're not the focal point. It's mostly going to be in the background anyway, but okay. And then I did also gesso this side a little bit, not too much, but just to take away some of that writing on the top, and it adds a cool texture. This one is kind of grainy, but that doesn't bother me, or chalky, I guess you could say. Okay. Alright, so now what? I want to find my nail file here. This only takes a second to dry. Looks like I put it on a little thicker than I needed to. Alright. Okay, so what we're going to do next then is just file around the edges here just to get rid of any of that paper. You don't have to do this if you cut better than I. Also, you know, it just adds to the grungy factor, so I'm not trying to make it perfect. I just don't want a bunch of stuff hanging over that, you know, so it looks unfinished. There we go. I think that's pretty good, actually. Okay. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is ink. Distress this a little bit. Oh, before I do that though, let's cut out that triangle at the top. Just gonna poke through there. Not sure exactly where that triangle is, but if we poke through there, we'll find it. I can kind of feel it. Let's do it on this side. Maybe I can see through it. Then I'll be able to kind of push it through and see where I want to cut the pieces off. Okay. Just so it makes kind of a, I think this goes down further, yeah. Okay. Guys, I decided the ink wasn't working on the ribbon, so that I was doing with the ink pad. It was turning a weird color of like almost like a seafoam color. So I pulled out my tie-dye blue, and it's all over my fingers now. So, but it's a nice color. I'm waiting for it to dry to see if it'll work, and I think it will in small doses. It's kind of bright, so just gonna cut all these pieces out. There's going to be a ribbon in here, so none of these little edges will even matter. So, oh, one more piece. Cutting the paper, not my finger. There we go. Okay, now we can ink. Let me get this knife put away or I'll poke myself with it. And I am going to ink both sides. Really just stress that up. Because of the gesso, it takes really well. Do this side. I've already torn through this little sponge applicator here. Good thing I ordered some refills. I figure I can, as many come in a refill, I can pretty much change out every project, so that'll work. Okay. I really like the texture it does when you get some of that glue on there. It's almost like a resist or something. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so what I've chosen, let's see what I have next. I have some, I just want to follow what I did because I like it. Why reinvent the wheel, right? Okay, so I've got some green masking paper. So I'm going to take some of that. And I did notice that the green does not rip quite as nice as the brown one, which is weird. So I'm wondering if it's like a thicker, I'm not sure. Oh, and I want a couple of pieces of lace. So let's do that. I have got into my snippet jar. Don't even know what this came from, but I have bunches of, I bought some shirts from Goodwill. If I see them and they're on sale, I'll get them. Let's, you know, I think I had the lace on the bottom first. Let's put the lace on first. And then I'm going to put this here. And let's get a brown piece. I'll put a brown piece here. And another brown piece here. And a little green peeking out here. Okay, and then somewhere I have a card. This was a, what was this? This was a tag, and I just cut the top off, and I'm going to put this right, well, that one goes that way, so let's go this way. Yeah, that works. So what I'm going to do is go to the sewing machine, and I'm going to sew around this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I need a piece of lace. So we will do a piece of lace here on this side. Cut that piece off about here. I did go around, I don't know if you can see that, I did go around a couple of times. It's really hard for me not to sew straight. I've been trying, you know, for 40 plus years to go straight, and for me to try and do it crooked is difficult, but that's my best attempt. So put the lace on here, and this lace I believe is, I found another bag of the AliExpress under my desk. So that's where this came from. It was like 30 yards for $6, something like that. And when I was starting, I didn't know where to get the fibers, because I knew I couldn't afford, you know, $6 a yard from the craft store. Okay, so I have another butterfly around here somewhere. Here he is. Let's ink him. Oh, I think I already did. Yeah. So, gosh, that butterfly's already on here. I think I'll stick him up there, but I want to wrap some eyelash trim around him in the style of Yvonne Preston. Okay, and I don't know why I say Yvonne. I think I knew someone that pronounced it that way, but I believe hers is Yvonne Preston. Okay. So just tying it in a knot, and then I'm gonna trim those two pieces off. So let's put this butterfly up at the top. Like so. And where are my words? I want to do daydreaming. Daydreaming or favorite? Let's do favorite. It's a little shorter. So I'm just inking around the outside of the word. These words are pretty sticky too, but I'm going to go ahead and glue it to another piece of paper just so it has a bigger frame. I'm going to use one of these little scraps of masking and trim it about 1/16 of an inch around. And then we want to ink that. So I want that a little bit darker. There we go. A lot of air bubbles in my glue today. It might be leftover from yesterday. I combined 2 bottles. And yeah, I think I'm going to stick this down here like that and call it a day. So what do you think? I think they look really neat, and I don't know why it never occurred to me before to use the packaging, but until I saw this scalloped shape, and then I thought, oh, that's cute, I'm gonna hang on to those will be cool. But you could pretty much use any packaging for this. So anyway, I hope you'll try it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.